On the road at number 5, Texas A&M. A&M is favored by 7 points. I am going to use your favorite F word.
Please.
To describe this game. Fascinating.
Okay.
This one is fascinating because consider the dynamics. Florida knocks off Texas a week ago in the Swamp. Got a little pep in their step now.
Agreed.
Headed to College Station, right? A&M, 5th in the AP poll, 4th in the more reputable Verballer Top 12 poll, which you can vote at on verballers.com every week. A&M's off to their best start in about a decade. So now the question coming into this one is, was what we saw a week ago a mirage on the Florida side? Because they played well. They look much better.
Definitely.
It seems that they found something on offense. That next gear that we have talked about and have wanted to see from not just Florida, but many teams around college football. Florida found it. Presumably because of Dallas Wilson finally getting out there and emerging very quickly
partially
as a legitimate wide receiver 1.
Yep.
You got him out there. Suddenly, DJ Lagway looks better. They gave Jadan Baugh 27 carries. They stayed committed to the run defensively. 6 sacks of Arch Manning. Like, it all worked.
Yeah.
Everything worked. The question now for Billy Napier for Florida, I'll put it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it again? Because that's where we're at. I don't know if Florida beating Texas is going to buy a whole lot of goodwill for Billy Napier. He's not exactly in the good graces of the Florida community right now, right? Doesn't have great standing there.
Right.
So can they do it again here?
It's a good question. Marcel Reed was very good against this Florida team last season in the Swamp, if I remember correctly. That might have been his first start, one of his first starts. It's early on. Here's where I'm at with Florida right now. Clearly, on the road this season thus far, they've been atrocious. With the game against LSU in the swamp, game against LSU in Death Valley with the 5 picks, they score 10 points, something like that. They score 7 against Miami. So if the worst of Florida on the road is 8 or 9 points, and then the best of Florida at home is somewhere at 28, 30 points, something like that, like they had last week against Texas, I'd put them scoring, if they're improving and if they're heading in the right direction, somewhere around 17 to 21 points against Texas A&M. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to overwhelm Texas A&M with any one facet of their offense. I don't think they're going to suddenly be able to bomb it on A&M or dominate the ground, especially because the offensive line has been pretty uneven and lumpy this year. I just think Texas A&M has its act together more, can win in more ways. And if you're saying both of these defenses are at the very least legitimately good, I don't see it as being high scoring. So I wrote down 24-20 Texas A&M. They get enough on the ground. They get enough in play action downfield. Not a lot, but to keep the Florida defense on its heels. Still good, but on its heels a little bit more often than vice versa. So 24-20, A&M wins but does not cover this game.
I mean, the A&M defense is really good.
Yeah.
Especially at home.
Yeah.
I love the confidence they're playing with on that side of the ball. I love what we've seen so far to Marcel Reed. And the offense. I mean, Le'Veon Moss, Rueben Owens, they can run right at you. Mario Craver, KC Concepcion. These are guys that have added a whole new dynamic to the passing game.
Yep.
My big curiosity coming into this one now is which of the 2 quarterbacks is going to have more success with the deep shots?
Yeah.
Or at least which offense can generate the most chunk plays through the air? Like, we've seen Florida get cooked by some vertical shots so far this season.
Yeah.
Teams likewise are taking deep shots against Texas A&M. About 15% of the dropbacks are passes that are traveling 20 or more air yards. So teams are trying it.
Yep.
I don't know if they're having a whole lot of success, but they're trying it. I think whoever has more success on that front, whether it's the deep shot, the long rainbow through the air, or a catch and run, but the chunk plays through the passing game, to me, are the key in this one. The other thing that I would point out, especially since I think we're both kind of the mind that this could be a close game.
Yeah.
A&M is very good on special teams.
That's true. KC Concepcion had a great return last week. Yes, punt return.
Yes,
yeah.
They are second in the conference, only behind South Carolina. We've talked about South Carolina and their punt returns a couple times now, but second in the conference in terms of yards per punt return.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel people rolling their eyes. Ty, you're grasping for straws. You're trying to build your own case, whatever.
You're just a pretty face. You don't know what you're talking about.
Just a pretty face.
Of course.
Right.
Typical Ty response. Yeah.
I've heard it all at this point. Trust me when I say that this type of thing matters.
Okay.
It can
I agree.
flip the field in a good way. It can create a game-breaking play. Can set you up for an easy 3 points if that's what it takes. Watch that aspect of this game.
Yeah.
As something that could flip it in favor of Texas A&M. I think A&M wins. It's at home. It's at night. Last week definitely showed me something on the Florida side. I think this one is right on the number.
Okay.
I'm not picking a team in terms of the point spread. I think it's 31-24. So I think it's right on that number.
Oh.
But I think A&M wins.
You think the Florida defense gives up 31 points to A&M? Okay. I think it's a big number. But, the best of A&M's offense is capable for sure. Florida's an interesting, they're not who they are on their worst day and they're not who they are on their best day. We'll see if the Texas game was their best day. But I think they'll be somewhere in between the rest of this season. I don't think they're going to ever be as bad as they were against LSU in terms of turning the ball over. And I don't think they're going to be as good as they were at home in that spot against a reeling Texas team. That, they're going to win some 23-20. They're going to lose some 23-20. And I don't see them coming out with a win here.
31-24 implies that there will be chunk plays.
That's true.
And that we might see some action on special teams as well.
Okay, you're right.
So we'll see.
We disagree again.
Also, look, we've got two quarterbacks who, at least recently, have played pretty well. Recently,
totally.
For DJ Lagway means a week ago. Marcel Reed's been there all year. But I don't know if we're confusing either of these guys at this point as pinpoint passers. Lagway did it once when he got a receiver back.
Yeah.
Marcel Reed, that's a side of his game that we have seen develop over the last, 6 weeks of the season. But we could see some defensive playmaking as well here. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
I totally agree. If there's one specific matchup I'm looking for in this game, Florida's been very good defensively on third down, and Texas A&M has been at best average and at times kind of atrocious on third down quietly. Hasn't mattered in terms of the win-loss column, but if Florida's going to shift momentum in this game, a lot of big third downs